Hey y'all, thank you for coming back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, hello and welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation. Member requests, members do get to make requests. You can click below the link for membership to see what the perks are, and hopefully they appeal to you and you will become an official trollkin. So Nina, this was a City Beauty Sangria. Nina, one of my official trollkin, she did a request for palette pairings, and I did a members only post showing everything I have so that the members would know what their options are, because I have been reducing the amount of palettes that I have. And so what she said was, and I've been sitting here like, how am I going to do this? And I'll explain why in a moment. This is Eternal Beauties from Notoriously Morbid. I have a code, I'll put it up here, it'll give you 15% off. And this one also is from Notoriously Morbid. This one is Shadows of the Vampire. Now, what kind of had me stuck for a moment is they both have red, they both have black, they both have gray, they both have purple. So I'm like, how am I going to combine these and make it look like I didn't just use one palette? Which, when you do combine palettes, it looks like it's, like if you don't know they use two palettes, you can think, oh, that's just a palette they picked up and did a look. But I was like kind of stumped for a moment. But I figured out what we're going to do. And so I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to put these down, prime the lid, Fenty primer, and the MAC paint pot and groundwork. And when we come back, we're just going to dip in and out. I'm not going to keep holding it up. So my thought right now is this shimmer black, and this is a shimmer black right here too. So I'm just like, which one am I going to use? We're going to use this shimmer black, this shimmer red, then we're going to come up here to this purple, and then we're going to put this next to that. So it's going to be light towards the inner tear duct area. And then if I want to do a transition shade, we will use this one. And if we do that, or maybe even if we don't, we're going to put this just under our brow bone. This we're going to put on our lower lash line, just because. And I may or may not top it with, because I don't want to repeat shades. I don't want to use this gray and then that gray, this red, that red. So I'm trying to, you know, mix them up here. So this I do want on lower lash line, which, by the way, under there right now, I have NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner. It's retractable. And this shade is Amber Stunner. And on my inner rims from MAC Cosmetics is Sick Tap Bro. And so we're going to put this underneath, but I have a feeling I'm going to want to deepen it. And if I do, we'll use this shade, which is like a chocolate brown. And also I thought to do this black matte for an outer V. So yeah, I hope that made sense. And I hope I remember it all. But I am excited. I haven't thought about eyeliner for upper lash line or whatever. My brows, y'all, excuse me. I think I'm still in clown mode because I did a clown look yesterday. And it looks like I have two little bites on my eyelid here. Oh, and excuse this right here. I noticed it about 3 o'clock this morning. A blood vessel burst in my eye. I don't know why. I did take a picture and sent it in to my doctor. But it doesn't feel... Every now and then I feel pressure in my eye, but it's not anything that's uncomfortable. So anyway, and yes, I do deal with dry eye. So, yeah, we're going to prime your eye. And when we come back, we're just going to be like tap, tap, put here, swipe, all of that, and get this look done. And I will do the intro also when we come back and get started with these looks. So just hang tight. Let's get into this look. Hello again and welcome. I went into the wrong black. So we're going to put that brush away. We're going to wipe it off and put it away and get another one of these and go into the black and the Shadows of the Vampire palette. So hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? Crazy concept. You ready for it? Be your authentic self. In this world, depending on where you are and what your circle is like, or even people outside of your circle, or even in your circle, they may say you shouldn't be like this, you shouldn't be like that, you should do this, you should do that. And I'm here to tell you, just be who you are. It is very freeing when you start just accepting yourself for who you are, and letting people know, hey, if you have a problem with me being myself, that's their problem. And so, and not to be, you know, aggressive about it, but just be yourself. And also just know that when you start owning who you are and being yourself, you may lose a couple people. I did not mean to take this all the way up. But so we gotta make it match. So we're gonna, oh man. And yes, I can chew gum and walk at the same time. So you just be your authentic self. Be who you are. The troll part, I'm thrown off now because of what I did over here. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like I need to use this brand, this tool, or this technique because that's what they're telling you in the video. Wear whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it because you set the standard for yourself. And again, if they don't like it, they don't have to like it. What you think about yourself is far more important than what they think about you. And so that's the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation, because here we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never, ever, ever, ever feeling like we have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Try not to feel like you're not put together if you leave home without lipstick or mascara or skin tint. And I do know people like that. Like, they won't even go out to check the mailbox without putting on makeup. And I'm just like, really? But, you know, people do what they're comfortable with. But it does make me sad that some people just don't. This is who I am, and I love me for it. You know what I mean? So that's that part. Oh, also 2 things to know about me. I do curse sometimes because I curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. Every now and then one will get past me. And when I'm watching the video back, I'll be like, yeah, even for a troll, that was kind of disgusting. I'm gonna try and maintain this angle. Sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. It depends on if I'm really paying attention. Like if I'm just running my mouth talking, which I usually am, I may just revert back to like my normal way of doing makeup and the angle will just be lost. But you know, so that's what we stand for here, and that's 2 little tidbits about me. Also, if you're new, I do live streams every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and at least once a month on Saturday we do a members only live, and we just started that recently and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, because you know, I want the members, all of you are special, number one, but I want to just have something extra for the members because it is a financial investment into the channel. It is additional support for the channel. And some people, they're just like, I'm just here for the ride. I love what you do. I do ask questions though, members only posts and stuff like that. Like, what do you want to see? What would you like me to talk about? And so just, you know, a little something extra. So we are going to go back and forth between these 2 to blend these 2 together. And if they don't want to do that, we're going to make it work. That's what we do here, y'all. We make it work. If it's not to my liking, or if you're doing a look and it's looking other than how you want it to, we're going to take some more of that red. Just double down. Just keep at it till you get to something you like. I encourage all the time to not scrap looks, because all you're going to learn is how to keep quitting and never learning like how to fix something or how to tweak it. And I know a lot of people that are like, oh, I didn't like it, I wiped it off and start over. I'm like, try to fix it. Either you'll learn that you liked it, like after you tweaked it, or you'll learn, no, let me back up. First, you'll learn either you like it, the changes you make, after you tweak it, or you'll learn, okay, I need to tweak it even further next time, or you won't like it at all. So either way, you're going to learn something. And the point of makeup is it's supposed to be fun, and we're supposed to be enjoying it. And I'm acting like I don't want to do a transition shade or brow bone highlight because I am like up to the brows. The inner portion of my crease is starting to get sticky because you see how my crease is under the puff. I call it the puff. I call this the puff. So we're going to see this side. Yeah, this side is blending. This side, it wants to, because you can see the red overlapping the black. And I don't want to keep adding more red. I did not add more shadow on this brush. And so for me, I just keep at it because eventually I'm going to get something that I'm at least content with. If not, I'll be like, oh, wow, like, yeah, this is it. And so it's a learning experience. And something for me with makeup is once I learn something, it'll come back to me later. Like if I do the same thing before, oh, these two shades aren't blending right, I'll be like, oh, I could do this. You know what I mean? So automatically I might not remember, but as I'm looking at it, like, what can I do? What I did before it comes back. And so that is blended in. This side is blended. Yeah. I am going to take that, and I stutter and stammer sometimes too. The brush that had the black, we're not adding more to it, but we're just going to feather, ooh, just a little bit over the red, because we overlapped the red on the black, and now we're just very, very lightly, ooh, putting some more of that black back. Oh, this is nice. My preferred aesthetics for me are dark, smoky, vampy, grunge, particularly messy grunge that people are like, oh, that looks muddy, that don't look right. I love it. And if you stay around long enough, you're gonna be like, and you'll see my face light up too, because I'll be like, oh, I really love this. And now we're gonna go into that shimmer purple. The shimmers in both of these palettes are different, and I think that's what was going on with the shimmer black from Vampire, Shadows of the Vampire, and then this shimmer red from Eternal Beauties. And also you'll notice too, let me hold these up again. If you look at the shimmers in this palette, Eternal Beauties, right? And then you see the shimmers in this one, completely different textures. All right, so look at those up top, the shimmers, even like these, well, these 5 right here, right? And then look at the shimmers in this one. Yeah, I stuck my finger in it. It's a completely different formula. And so, but I didn't want to use like a purple from this one and a purple from the other one. So we're gonna pat this out. This is a brush that had the eye primer and the Fenty paint pot on it, and I'm trying to like keep my lids up so they don't get sticky again. And we're going to go into that purple from Shadows of the Vampire. I was wondering, so I wonder if this is more of a satin, and it kind of feels like it is. You know what? If you're familiar with MAC shadows, this feels like a MAC shadow. Yeah, this feels like a MAC shadow, and I am digging it because it's just so smooth. Don't need to do much to blend it either. With that red from Eternal Beauties, we're overlapping just a little bit, and I did kind of lose my shape, but that is okay. So that's what we got for that, and we are going to put that tan up there, so I'm leaving some space between the color and the upper portion of my brow. Yeah, I'm leaving more space right here because sometimes I do like all the way over. My lid shades is all the way up, all the way up. Let me stop. See, now this side I came up again. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it the same. So now bring this a little bit up, this purple. I think they look kind of even. I really did want to put that tan there, but hey, sometimes a look tells me what it wants to be. So this is like a colorful vampy-ish type look because we have the dark outer corner, and I do think I still want to use a matte black for an outer V, but it'll blend into this probably, but maybe we will just to see. And we're going to stop right there. We're going to do this right here because it looks to be a little gap right here. This side doesn't have a gap, but since we did the other side, we're going to do that side too. So now we're going to take the silver shade. I wonder if I meant to take that gray, that shimmer gray from Shadows of the Vampire next to that red. You know, we're going to take it. I don't think I even said this when I was telling you what I was going to do. We're going to overlap this black on that purple. Ooh. Ooh. So we are still leaving the purple here, but we're putting the black up against the red. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I even said I was going to do this. Yo, I just be thinking of stuff like, ooh. I like that. It just adds just a little bit of depth. So you clearly see the red, and then you kind of see a dark patch, and then the purple. So it's flowing together. I'm gonna take that brush that has the purple. We're not adding more color on it, but we're going to just sweep over where the purple and the gray mix, where they meet. If you are here for the first time, thank you. I hope you enjoy this video. Thumbs up if you do. See, that's making it a little deeper. I like that. And then the light hits it, and then it has that shine. Shining, 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 shining. Yeah, y'all. A hiccup in a belch. Go, girl. Excuse me. Excuse me. I laugh when I be watching Janessa's videos. She's one of my official troll Ken. She always does outtakes. So if you ever watch one of her videos, watch until the end, because she does outtakes. And she'll just have like this lumberjack belch, and then she'll go, pretty girl. Yo, I be cracking up. And I be and then I find myself saying it when she belches. I'm like, pretty girl. As if she can hear me. This is the brush that had the purple on it, because this side is in further, so we're not adding shadow on it, but we're just going to bring the purple a little bit in. And this is why I don't color switch, because I do have a habit of going back to the brush with whatever shade that was on it, but not add more. And you see how that got me closer in, and I didn't have to put more shadow on the brush. If I color switched, I would be using more shadow, because I would go back and add shadow on the brush, but there's enough in the brush. If I want to go back, it's there. Y'all, this is nice. Yeah, so yeah, never dip out of one of her videos early. Oh yeah, that light gray. I mean, the light purple. Well, the one that's next to the purple. Let's see what color it is. Oh! One press, y'all. Look at that. I didn't remember it was that bright. Like, oh. That's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna have to put some more purple over here, because I don't want to take this shade too far over. Unless, let me see. Let me just bring this over a little bit. So we're just sweeping over top of that purple. Yo, this is pretty. Something right here is throwing me off. Like right here. And I'm only doing right here because I did the other side. Yo. Woo. Okay, I don't think I'm going back to any of those brushes. I have minimal fallout, and I did spray the face already, which does seem to help when I have fallout. It makes it easier for it to brush away. And it depends though if the fallout is glittery or not. I need to cut my hair. I have an itch in this weird spot. We're still going to take that shimmer gold shade, and we're going to put this on the line and a little bit below the line. I love this brush for that because it's tapered. This is the Sigma E45. I have the E49. I don't use it as much because it's fluffier than this. And so this is the E49. You see what I mean? I like this one more because it's tapered. And I seldom use the E49 to the point where I'm thinking of giving it away to someone that I know loves Sigma brushes. And it's just ironic that for all this space I have, because of how I do my eyeshadow, I don't do transition, I don't do crease shade, it makes a brush that size irrelevant for me. But someone who does do transition and then crease, that would come in handy. But I don't do my shadow that way, as y'all can see. I got shadow with my brow. This is a brush that I use for Max Fluid Line Midnight Snack. Oh, this is already dry, y'all. This ain't even moving. Okay. And so, not adding anything to it. I'm just combing over it. I don't think that helped. Okay. Yeah, when them paint pots and fluid lines dry, y'all, they ain't going nowhere. They here to help clean up after the party's over. I really like this. I really like this. We are going to take that shimmery corner shade from Shadow of the Vampires. Shadows of the Vampire. And we're going to just put this right here. Oh, it's subtle, but y'all, this little strip right here, It's just like a little extra brightness. So compare this side with not that color to this side. This is nice too though. And there's times when I won't put a shadow here because I do still like how that looks even without that there. The Fenty eye primer says Invisipink. It has a tint to it, and of course Groundwork, I think, is described as some type of taupe. So we do have stuff up there. So you see that? Just that little... Oh, don't fall. We're going to take... Oh, we're still going to do the outer V. We're going to do the outer V. We're taking... But y'all know what? I'm digging this the way it is. But what we are going to do, though... We're going to take that brush that had that black on it, and we're just going to kind of even this out here, because how this just rolls straight over, and there's like this gap right here. We're not adding more shadow on the brush. We're just going to go back and forth. This is the brush that had the black on it. Back and forth. So we're not going to do an outer V. You see? You see that? And my peaks are almost... This, well, no, they're not. This is more of a defined peak. Do I dare? We're not adding shadow on the brush. We're just pressing it in. It ain't gonna do the peak I want unless I add shadow to the brush, and then I'm gonna have to do other stuff too. Oh wait, did I get it? I got it. Now look. Y'all, I am loving this. So we're going to take this brush and that matte green from Shadows of the Vampire, because y'all know we got to spice it up. And we're going to put this under here. I love this brush for this. I used to do outer corner outer V with this too. This is the Fenty 220 because it's pointed and it's that triangular shape. And so because it is pointed, it is like really good for getting right under my lash line. I initially thought to put that white mascara on my bottom lashes, which I love how that looks. But then I'm like, nah, not for this look. Not for this one. I want to keep it dark. I am going to overlay this with maybe one of those grays, smoke grays. Maybe the smoke gray from Shadows of the Vampire. For once, I didn't keep track of how many shades I use from each palette. I try to use an equal number when I pair palettes. But I could count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 Eternal Beauties. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes 5 for Shadows of the Vampire. So maybe we'll take the gray from Shadows of the Vampire and put on top of this down here. I do like that burst of color though. The lid though, this, and I like how that red just peaks. And then that gray blurs into the purple. Y'all, these shadows. It seems quite often lately, Notoriously Morbid is doing free gift with purchase. And so, this one I heard about in one of their videos on YouTube. But sometimes I'll just randomly look at the site. I do get PR from them. I think I told you. And there's my code again. Sometimes I do just randomly go to the site and a pop-up will come up. Free gift with purchase, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you only need to spend $20 and get a free gift with purchase. Yeah, I'm just like, they're very generous. She's been showing stuff in their YouTube videos now lately of stuff they've had out for a while. So I think they're trying to move stock. I don't know. And that might be what the gift with purchase is about, because don't you want, something free? And their free stuff be nice. I got a few lippies from them that was gift with purchase. I like this. I like how that green just brings some brightness. So why, Dion, are you going to put gray on top if it don't fall? Sorry, I was yelling at my Scandinavia spray. So we're going to take the gray from in Shadows of a Vampire, because that'll give us equal numbers, right? Wait a minute. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay. So we're going to take the sparkle gray from Eternal Beauties, because that'll even us out. Oh, you know what? Not that shade. That was the shimmer gray we used. We're going to go with the lighter shimmer gray from Eternal Beauties. And we're just going to put this on top of it just to tone it down a little bit because I want to keep it dark. Part of me is thinking punk out the upper lash line with a green eyeliner. And you know what? I'm still getting used to having that Lethal Water liner bundle too, because I was thinking of either the potted liner from Milk Cosmetics, which is Fortune, which is like a blackened green, and I have a bright green from Inglot. But then I forgot I have oh, this is getting smokier. I have a whole bunch of colors in the bundle, and I have been using the bundle for liners on my upper lash line, and I've been using like the Inglot like for my brows if I'm doing a creative look or a themed look. Some people call them novelty looks. I like that. This gold right here is shining through a lot brighter than the gold over here, and that's why I keep coming back to it. Didn't know why. All right, so that's the eye look, y'all. Thank you, Nina, for this request, because I am digging it. I do kind of, we're going to look at, this is like really itchy in this one spot. This is the Lethal Cosmetics bundle. They came individually, and I had this 9-pin empty palette. They have a black one that's in a different palette, and I seldom use black for upper lash line anyway, but these are all the colors, and they're water activated. I need to get a dropper, but I do have water in here, but I do have in my calendar to find a dropper, because I also have water activated face paint, and I'm like, how am I going to, excuse me for smacking, how am I going to color in there without making a mess? I'm thinking this shade right here, and when I used one of these shades, either this one, I think it might have been this one, like it didn't show up much, and I was like, So we're going to try for this one, and that combination is, oh, that's Banana Boom. Yeah, I'm a label whore. Oh yeah, hi y'all. If y'all new here, I'm a brush whore, I'm a label whore, I'm a Pensies hoe. I used to be a chapstick hoe, but now I'm just really stuck on the City Beauty lip oil, and I really like their lip glosses and mascara too. Yeah, but I'm all kind of hoes. So we're going to use this green right here, and when we come back, that'll be done. We're going to put on some mascara. I'm kind of feeling a purple lip. I'm kind of feeling a dark purple lip. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, y'all. Hang tight. This is our finished look, y'all. And I'm going to be honest. I do want the look to be darker, but it's my fault, right? I did it. So I did the dark outer corner, that black, the red was bold, then the gray went lighter, the purple went lighter, and then we have this light shade, which I do like how the inner corner looks. But I do prefer darker looks. Don't get me wrong. I do really love this look. I love that we used the green liner. It doesn't show up too much when I'm looking up here. Excuse me, except the outer corner. But when I look down here, excuse me, troll. When I look down here, though, it is visibly green, the upper lid, the upper lash line. But yeah, I do love the look. I'm just wanting to be just dark and smoky and vampy. And there were plenty of dark shades. I'll show both of these to you again. But I do love the look, though. And there's sometimes I will do ethereal looks, like just because they have something for everybody. Because I know everybody doesn't just want grunge. Or they may not even do grunge or vampy, but they watch me because they like my goofy ass. But again, these are what they look like. And so there's plenty of darkness to choose from. My first look with this palette, in case you missed it, the first look I used these 4 shades. So that was like a kind of ethereal gray tone look. The second look was these 4 shades. And so that was light and ethereal, colorful at the same time. And then the third look was these 4. Shimmer black, matte red, shimmer red. These 2 on my lids were the same exact color, except this had a little shimmer. But yeah, this was my favorite look for that palette. Actually, I loved all the looks, to be honest with you. Even the ethereal one and the light gray one. But even with this one, there's darkness in here. Black, gray, the red. Well, this didn't show up dark. But I like how it showed up over the purple. So I might do that again in the future if I remember. Like, just layer this on top of maybe the matte green and see what it looks like. That would be interesting. All right, y'all, we're going to go. Are we going to put another video here? We're going to add another video to this. It's going to be another member request by Nina, because she had 4 altogether, maybe 5. But so just hang tight and you'll see the next look right about now. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, this is City Beauty Sangria. If you've been here before, welcome back. We have another request from Nina. Members get to make requests. If you're curious about membership, click the link below to see what the other perks are, and hopefully they appeal to you and you will become an official Trollkin. So, and I think I have at least 3 more looks to do because I did a members only, showing members everything that I have as far as eyeshadow, and if they wanted to request something specific, because I'm like, they need to know what I have if they want to request something. And so she requested palette pairings for specific palettes, and I did one look already. This is the second one. I think it'll just be these 2 in this video. I feel like I'm kind of low. Get low. Excuse me for this. This is my mirror. Sorry for the glare. So, Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, pairing it with Notoriously Morbid. I have a code for both. I'll put them up here. But honestly, though, the Natasha Denona sales will give you more than 15% of my versus my discount. Excuse me. And also when Ulta has their 20% off coupon code that includes Prestige. So, but if it's something you feel like you must have right away, you don't want to wait, feel free to use my code. And there's also lots of other codes and lots of information down below. And this is Notoriously Morbid. I put that code up there as well. This one also is 15% off the brand, and also Spellcast Beauty, which is their sister brand. So this is their Rusted Essence palette. And so they have a volume 2 and they have a volume 3. And Nina requested that I pair both of those with this too. So that'll be the next 2 looks. And for some reason, I'm thinking there is something else. So yeah, you'll see this palette, the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, or Yucca, however you pronounce it, in 2 more videos with the volume 2 and volume 3 of the Rusted Essence from Notoriously Morbid. So I have a plan. This is scary, I know. My plan is, and I don't think it's even going to be grungy. And both of these are grungy. This is definitely grungy. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go in, out versus out, in that we've been doing a lot of lately. So we're going to put this on the first portion of the lid. This, like the quarter of the lid. Then we're going to put the green, this one, and then the brown. And I'm hoping that this is lighter than the brown, because sometimes with her cream to powder, creamy matte formula, when you blend them out, they turn lighter. So we're going to do that. And we're going to put, for transition, what was I going to put for transition? Because I was going to do something for transition. This one very lightly. It looks very bold in person. So this is going to be transition, and we're going to put this as our brow arch highlight. Lower lash line, we're going to put this on the first half of lower lash line. You know, we're going to run this all the way across, and then we're going to top it with this one. This is a shimmer. This is a matte. So that's the plan. If I deviate, I'll let you know. Yeah, and I will say the shade names as I am showing it to you. We're going to edit out Priming the Eye, Fenty, of course, and then Groundwork from Max Paint Pot, of course. And we're going to come back and just jump right into this palette. The first shade we're going to take from, goodness gracious, Notoriously Morbid. This one is Fur and Feathers. Rusted Essence, their first one. We're just going to pat this here. This one does look flaky, and so it is sticking very well to the paint pot, which is over the Fenty primer. And so you see I'm just pressing, I'm not swiping, right? I see like 4 pieces of fallout. I see like 2 over here, they're gone. And I saw like 1 over there, that's gone. Cool beans, man. So now we're going to take the shade beneath it, Kiss the Curse. Finally not rushing. I do have a live stream tonight, and usually I'm like, I got 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm excited about it. There's something else coming up. I'm trying to figure out if I should do members only or not. A members only video or live stream for that, but I'm not sure. This week is a weird week for me as far as doing content because Academy starts Thursday. And if y'all have seen my videos when I was at Academy before, I'd be so exhausted, y'all. Oh my gosh. But I think, and yet I still get up and do videos, which is losing more sleep, but because I get up like maybe 30 minutes earlier than I need to get ready for the day. So that 30 minutes extra that I take from my sleep bank, I do a video. So I am thinking to take, I was thinking to take my Sephora Warm Neutrals palette that Jennifer sent to me. But I do have like 4 different look ideas to do with that palette. And Academy is Thursday. I'm going to do my makeup before I leave home. So that'll leave me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that'll leave me 3 days to do looks. And so I could just bust it out and use those shades. But I have something else that I'm like, do I want to take that? I purchased something that y'all going to be like, she did not purchase from that brand. Yeah, I did. But yeah, that should be here tomorrow. So if it does come tomorrow, where's it, Wednesday? Whatever day it comes, I'm thinking of just doing an impromptu live to do the swatch party, just in case I do decide to take that with me and use that instead of the Sigma. But I do think the Sigma one will be easier to work with as far as possible fallout, because I am familiar with that formula. I'm not so familiar with the formula of the other thing that's coming in the mail. But this side is up higher. Excuse me for smacking. So I'm going to take this up. I'll be forgetting I'm going to do a transition shade. So we'll see. And this is causing that gold to travel over. So let's just travel this over this way. And yes, this is a brush that had that red shade on it. But because when I overlap them to blend, there is gold in the brush. And you can probably see it like up here, maybe, and up here, maybe. So I do have some more flakes from that. They wipe away easily. I forgot to spray my face. Because usually when I spray my face, fallout does just wipe off. I forgot to spray my face though. Now we're going to go into, from the Yucca palette, this shade is Calathea. And I am hoping that it is darker than the brown. If not, we'll overlap and do something. Oh yeah, I do think the brown is going to be deeper than this. So I'm going to do that. I don't want to take it too far out. We are going to come back and do some more blending between, well, not between, but where those 2 shades meet. Y'all, I did a video probably a week ago, and it was just one eye look, and it was like 13 minutes long or 15 minutes or something, and somebody commented, really, that's it? And I thought it was funny, because y'all know my videos be like 50 minutes, 55 minutes, and it was just one look though, but still. And when I read that comment, I laughed out loud, because I'm like, yeah. And I only did that one look for that video because I was just trying to get content out. Y'all, I have a video scheduled, I think, for next Tuesday, and one for tomorrow, I think. And then that's it. That is it. Like, I'm not, 2 or 3 weeks out like I usually am, where I can now film, for a week, and I still have content going up every day until like the end of the month. So I was just like, I need to just get this done. This is nice. That is cute. Looking for fallout, don't have any. Now we're going to take Flex, that brown shade, and this is going to be darker. Awesome. And you know what? This blends in too. Like, look how that's blending with that green. Y'all, it's just, I just love playing in makeup. And it does often surprise me, like even knowing what I was going to do. And it's I think this is more gothy than grunge. Because of the shimmers, that first shimmer and that second one, but I still do really like it. And that's something I thought about, was like, because I don't want to use the same shades, because there's brown and Rusted Essence and orange in both of these palettes, and then the shimmers may or may not be comparable. So I was just like, what am I going to do so that it will be, the shape's almost the same, so that I can use, because I do try to use an equal number of shadows from each palette. But I like that shape. This one has a point. So if I put some right here, that just makes the point pointier. I was thinking it was going to round it like this side. All right, but we're going to, yeah. We're going to try to do the point on the other side. But this is already far enough out though. So let's just see. I did not add more. Okay, there's a little bit of a point. Okay. We're going to bring this up a little bit because the other side is up a little bit further. So we're buffing this lightly over that green. Now this is a pretty look. And Nina, thank you, because Nina be having some good ideas. She had even suggested a collab for Grace and I, and it was a good one. Like, Nina has really good ideas. And so I'm always excited, like, when she has something. And she's like, oh, what about... And then when I look at the palettes or whatever, I'm like, oh, yeah, wow. Like, yeah, not a problem. So if you want to have some input on content, the way to do that is become a channel member, because as I said, they do get to make, that's nice, they do get to make requests. So we are going to take that matte from Notoriously Morbid's. Ooh, y'all, this has a lot of kickback, whatever. This looks like it wouldn't go here, but we're going to put it here. This is Living Flames, that orange shade. And we're going to start out here. Oh, that just wiped away the green. The hell? I didn't do my intro. I do curse. Did I do the intro in the first clip? That just wiped off the green. This is an eraser shade. Because that just... this is an eraser shade. Because it just erased the shadow. Which is cool in a way, because then I can get the shapes more the same. Like this peak piece. Oh, that's too far in slanted though. So I'm going to have to go back with that. Wow. I didn't expect it to do that. So I know not to put this on the line of another shadow, because, well, it would blend nice, but I don't want to remove the shadow. And the good thing, in person I can see that it's orange down here, but it does, let me tap this brush off. Down here I do see the orange, but when I look up here, like, I don't see the orange. I just see where, like, the shade was removed, because y'all and because I started here, it's heavier over here. There's more here. So we're all going to put some of that back. But over here, it's cool. This side is cool. So we're going to take that brown. We're not, the brush that had the brown on it, we're not going to add more on there. We're just going to just press and feather. That is working. Now we're going to feather up here just above that green. Well, on the top line of the green. Okay, we're going to use the angle portion of the brush, excuse me. And we're going to cover that orange down here. Ooh, y'all, this is taking this out further. I like it. Okay, so that's further out than this one. So we're going to press with the side that had the color on it. And then we're going to use the angle side just to buff, to feather. What is that right there? You know what? On my brows, this is from Melt Cosmetics Fortune. I do have a code for them below as well, and that's what's in the brows. And I want to put that on upper lash line, but I don't, because I'm really liking how easy it is to take the Inglot, I mean not the Inglot, the water activated liners out of my brows. You know what? The shapes is almost the same, y'all. Yeah. And then we're going to take Plantasia from the Yucca palette, however you pronounce it. And we're going to put that right under our brow. And so we're just tapping in with this brush. I'm thinking again of doing a brush declutter. But since some of them are, I got shadow in my brow. Since some of them are Sigmas, I'm thinking of asking Bestie if she would like them. Because I just don't use them. That E49, I very much prefer the E45, this one. Because I don't do my shadow the typical way. So I don't have use for a larger blending brush. And then I'm also looking at my Scott Barnes blending brushes, which is this one. And that's even bigger than the E49 from Sigma. And so I'm like, y'all, and Scott is expensive. And I did used to use them a lot before. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And then I thought put them in my kit, but then I'm like, no, I got enough brushes for my kit. I got 3 of those complete brush sets in my kit. And I have 1 box I didn't open yet. So I don't want to do that because I haven't the brushes in here. We're going to take from Rested Essence, that top green shimmer shade, which is Self-Pity Sick. And oh man, hold up. Hold the hell up. We didn't even put this is from NYX. I just realized we didn't do inner rims or lower lash line. What? And y'all know that's one of my things. There's something I want to talk about, but I'm trying to think, trying to decide. You know what? I'll talk about it in the live tonight. And I'm okay with it. But I just want y'all to know, because it was something that was supposed to happen that did happen, but yeah. So, and y'all know when I say I'm gonna do something, like I do it. But yeah, I don't know why this feels dry. There's a PAO of 24 months for NYX liners, which I absolutely love. Yo, I was at Dollar Tree today looking for a dropper, a water dropper for my kit to put water into, like to take a dropper and just put 1 or 2 drops of water into the water activated paints. And they were out because I even asked her, and they say like craft water droppers or something. So I was in the craft section. And usually when I ask an employee where something is, it'll be like right in front of me, but down like a shelf. So I'm like, I felt like I was probably overlooking it. So I went and asked somebody, and she went right to where I was, and she was like, no, we don't have any. Their shipment comes in Friday. So I said I'd come back Friday, and then I said, well, would Saturday be better? Because even though the truck comes in, they got to put stuff out on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like this brow is lower than this one, but I think it's not. I think this one is more in, and this one is more straight out, if that makes sense. So for our inner rims, if this is a Hellbent from MAC, I would have edited this part out, but I usually do this after foundation, and I do my lower lash line here with you, and so I didn't want to edit. I didn't want to do the lower lash line first and then come back. And so, excuse me if this freaks you out. Some people are like, I can't watch that. It's like once I find the line, it goes right over. And I just love the look. Easy peasy. See that, y'all? And even if you didn't want to put shadow on lower lash line, you still have color there. And there are a few times where I've just blended out the pencil liner with a smudger brush similar to like something like this. So you don't have to put color under there at all, whether it's a pencil or with shadow. That's pretty. That's pretty. And so I know some people don't. Some people do. And I seem to think for some reason most people put mattes under their eye. I do the little bling bling. And I think subconsciously, because usually like my top maybe, I don't know, just to add a different color, like to the look, just to add more visual interest to the, I was taking this all the way across, wasn't I? Let's just leave that there. Let's leave that there. And we're going to take another one of those, a clean brush, and we're going to take Willow, that green corner shade from Natasha's palette that I was going to top the shimmer green with, but we're not. We're just going to put this over there. That's nice. So, and I'm also trying to think like how much stuff do I want to show in our video tonight, or on our live stream tonight. So that's that. So we're just going to overlap this a little bit. Just a little bit of love. A little bit. Just a little bit. All right, so that's that. So that is the eye look, y'all. So what we need to do now is that I am going to edit out. We're going to put on mascara, upper lash line color. I feel like I'm like delayed or something. And you know what? I am sleep deprived as usual. These aren't always showing up as dark as I wanted to, like these darker colors. Because I did use this in the first look, I think, and it wasn't even dark, but I wanted dark. And it does dry down darker than it looks, but it's still like it wasn't enough for me. We're gonna go for this one just to see what that looks like. This right here, and the name of that duo is Digital Dream, and we're gonna use the dark side, of course. So we're gonna put that, we're gonna edit out putting that on. Do I want to put white on lower lash line? Yeah, no, yeah. And we're gonna put on this mascara primer. So we're going to do that, figure out a lip, because I really don't know what I'm going to do for lip, but we'll edit out. And when we come back, excuse me for smacking, girl, what's wrong with you today? When we come back, everything will be done. This is our finished look, y'all. Would you believe I have 2 different lipsticks on? I was putting this one on. This is Notoriously Morbid Mulled Wine Magic Matte Deep Brown Wine Shade. I put this on the top, and as I was putting it on, I'm like, that kind of looks like how this one shows up on me, even though it looks a lot deeper, right? This is the older formula from Sephora. They don't sell it anymore, but this one was number 52 dark purple. This is up top, this is at the bottom. They don't look like they would be the same, right? On me, they're the same. So I'm gonna let this one go. This one is newer. I got this year. This one, I opened it 4/17/2023. There was no PAO on it, which means it should last at least 30 months. But I know this one will work. So we're getting rid of the Sephora one. So this is our look, y'all. I love the white liner. Excuse me, no, the white mascara on the lower lashes. And I love the Isa mascara too, of course. I really like this look. We did, you know, subtle with the cheeks because the eyes is colorful, and I knew I wanted to do a bold lip. And that is going to be it for this video. Stuff is popping up. Let me know what you think of the first look. Let me know what you think of this look. Let me know if you find out you have duplicate shades, even in different brands of lipstick. Do you keep them both, or do you get rid of one? And the same for like blushes. Like if you have something that dupes something else, you know, do you get rid of one? And if so, how do you decide which one to keep or get rid of? So those are the questions for this video. Thank you for being here. Stuff is popping up. I would love for you to continue hanging out and to subscribe, comment, all the stuff that was popping up over here in the video while I was doing what I was doing. I appreciate you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. And you will see me soon. I am being so freaking weird.